it's time to get back on this. Hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have the motor removed. I can't think of anything that's going to be too difficult to do, so it's been out not that long ago, so none of the bolts or anything are going to be seized. So let's get at it. All right, before I get started removing those motor mount bolts, I'm going to get that transmission supported. So I'm going to slip the jack in under here and just put a little pressure on that transmission just to keep it from falling down, and then we'll get back up on the top end and work on getting that engine separated from the transmission, and also get those motor mounts off. Get it somewhat supported. I guess I have to turn this one this way because otherwise it's going to be hard to get to that torque converter bolts. That's probably enough, right like that. Okay, coming back up here, what we have to deal with is those motor mount bolts. And I'm going to go ahead and get the air compressor fired up and start getting at it. I'm going to run a time lapse on this part. Enjoy the music, enjoy the speed. I'll bring you back down below and around the top when I start removing the transmission housing bolts, which I should be able to do too. And so here we go. So the transmission bolt is right here, and we're just getting a few turns out with the wrench. Sorry for the lighting, but you know, it's a somewhat inaccessible area. And then once we got it loosened up, I can't reach it from below, so I have to come in from the top on this one and take that bolt out. It's not quite loose enough yet to get with the fingers, so you got to keep dilly-dallying with your hands, getting a partial turn each time until it wants to just come out of there for you. And that's what we're dealing with. Okay, I'm going to try to make this work, but it's limiting my ability to get in there. So I got to come in from the front. Okay. See what we're working with. We got 11/16 on one side and 5/8 on the other. Why are they oversized? For the power, baby, for the power. All right. Man, there's not much room to do what I need to do here, but I'm trying. I hope this viewpoint looks good for you, because I'm gonna get about one like this, and then I'm gonna do the rest off camera. I can't get my damn arm in there. Okay, let's loosen it this way. All right, now we can get the wrench in there. When I finish these 3 bolts, I think the motor is going to be completely loose. All I have to do is pull it out of there, the fun part. All right, there you go. Put my bolts back together. Shoot, even had some Loctite on there. Somebody was doing it right. All right, that's enough of that. All right, we got the torque converter loose. See? We got all the bell housing bolts off. And the motor mounts are loose. So I think we're gonna be pretty good to go here. As long as there's nothing else holding it. The power steering has to come off. That's right. So I'm gonna get that power steering off, and I'll get the time lapse going. We'll get the chain hooked up to the top of the motor, and we'll slowly pull it out of here. You see what I'm thinking? I can't find my little bar that allows it to pull more from the rear than the front. You know, where it's got a little adjustment wheel. So I'm going to stick this receiver hitch in here. It looks like I could probably do it. And go from there. That bolt hole is a little too low, but I'll make another one in the center. Probably a little further back. I only have to get out a couple more inches. But that's what we're working with now. What a pain. So I need to find a socket, turn my air compressor back on, and get it going. there you have it. The motor's out. I'm gonna call it a day since I had to do these modifications here. I'm gonna call it a day, and we'll get started next time switching brackets over and stuff for that engine, you know, from this one. So keep watching, like and subscribe, and we're gonna keep moving ahead on this one. I wanna get it driving. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or keep it, but I know I gotta make it a driving car either way.